Hey everybody, this is Eve Hennessy, CEO of BitcoinKindergarten.com. Also, I've written this amazing book called the Crypto and DeFi Tracker, which you can get if you have many different cryptos and different exchanges. You want to track all your coins, 200-page book, you can write everything down. Also your DeFi, where you're staking, what money you're making, all this. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody in the United States, or not, as you see it. I just wanted to talk about the crash. I even predicted the crash. Many people, even myself, predicted the crash. I sold some Bitcoin at like when it was up to 19,400 because I was like, you know what, it's probably going to crash. I should pay some bills. So I did. Then it crashed, and I did cash out some, and then I bought some back today because it seemed like it was just going to go down to like, 16,200 and then start going back up, which it has so far. Like, we don't know. This is Bitcoin. It's a crash. I don't regret buying stuff at any price that I buy it at. I am a hodler. I get my Bitcoin. I don't sell it, except for taking a little bit of profits like that because I was so much in profit. I was buying the dip when it was 3,000. I was buying the dip when it was 7,000. I was buying the dip when it was 5,000. So that's what we do whenever we have any money, like any little bit of money, put it in there. It can be just a little bit. I start with just a little bit. And, when you buy a little bit in a dip, it's worth like, 10 times more later on. So it turns into a lot. Don't forget to smash the likes, make a comment, ask any questions you want, hit the subscribe, hit the bell button and hit all, and that way you can always know when I'm going live. Tell your friends, anyone can come on here, ask any question. Tomorrow's going to be called Bitcoin for Dummies, like any question, like what is a Bitcoin wallet? So besides just natural market fluctuations, it was so high. I mean, when it gets high, people take profits. It's what we do. So I took some, a lot of other people took some, and then the market goes low and then people buy it back. So this is what, people who are good traders do. A lot of people start panicking and they sell off, when it's like 1,600, they're like, oh my God, it's going to keep going down, and panic and sell off. That's like the number one thing to not do. Don't sell in a panic. I only did it once and I bought back like immediately. I was like, I will realize what a huge mistake it was. So all of the other coins are dumping too, especially like XRP, Stellar, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Ethereum. So I wanted to talk about those coins because I do have somebody who's a newbie and she's writing me questions, and she's like, oh, I'm going to buy Stellar, I'm going to buy this. And frankly, I wouldn't buy that stuff. Like, it only pumped because Bitcoin pumped, like in the past, if you've been in the market for a while, those coins for years have just been like way down in the bottom. I mean, they hold on and they keep their position. So, they will probably pump again eventually. It's not like you're throwing your money away, but it's not very exciting. And it's depressing when you see your Litecoin down there, your price in the dumps for several years. And the same thing with XRP. And XRP, they're not Bitcoin. They don't have these amazing propositions that are changing the world. They say they do, and but most people in the crypto community are not really like totally on board with that. That doesn't mean that it's not true, because sometimes, when you know too much about something, like all these developers, techies, people who are so devoted to the crypto space, sometimes you can get even a little blind, because you have your projects which are so much better. Like, I am an artist, so sometimes, you see this art that's, when you've been to grad school, like I have, you're like, oh, this art, it's so subpar. So most people think of these other coins as a bit subpar, especially XRP, Litecoin, Stellar, big Ethereum Classic. I sold all my Ethereum Classic last year. They had something called a tax. I'm not quite exactly sure what a tax are, but it had 2 of them, which was really bad. So I got rid of that. Anyway, it's an iffy coin. It's not decentralized like Bitcoin is. There's some people running the show, especially XRP. It's run by this Garlington dude, this Ripple and whatever. One of the richest men in the world who runs Ripple. But Ripple and XRP are 2 different things anyways. It's not fun when your coin is like worthless for several years in a row. And you're waiting for it to come back. And then also this person was like, oh, I'm going to start day trading. And it's like, I studied trading. I was going to go into trading. I've done a little bit of trading, but trading is something that takes a lot of time. And then also when it has to do with crypto, we have this phenomenon called whales, like a whale can dump a huge amount of crypto and totally change the market in a minute. So there are people that do really well. I did okay when I did it, but it was just a lot of work. I'd rather just buy and hold. And I'm buying now. I bought some today in the dip and already went back up. We don't know how much it's going to go back up. I heard one piece of news today that was saying that there was some talk that in the United States, they want to make it so that you can't move your crypto from Coinbase to another wallet, which if it would be Coinbase, it would be all of the regulated exchanges, Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, etc. So what that means, like normally when we have our crypto, when we've been in it for a while, we move it off of exchange and we put it in what's called a cold wallet or a hardware wallet. So it's not connected to any computer. It's a little device and you have codes and words and passphrases, stuff like that. So your Bitcoin is actually not on an exchange. So technically nobody can get to it. It's yours. You have to have the key, a 24-word phrase, otherwise nobody can get it. People think that it's completely anonymous, that nobody can find it, but that's not true. Like there's recordings of all transactions. They're called hash, transaction hash. So any transaction that I've done, I can go find it, on the blockchain. It's all recorded in there. So for people who think they're going to it is not a good money laundering situation, blockchain. Even this one, like Monero, which is more, they call it privacy coins that are hard to track. I mean, eventually they're all going to just be tracked. People are going to hack it and figure it out. So whenever you do, this is just a heads up, because I always, don't try to hide too much Bitcoin. I mean, I'm just saying you might get in trouble. And it's not like hiding money under your mattress where people really can't see it. Cash, you want to hide your money, get some cash. But so that was kind of really awful so if Coinbase doesn't allow the money off of the exchange, you just have to buy it and sell it there. That's awful. And it's not even Bitcoin anymore. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. I think all the people in crypto would be like, okay, we're moving to another country now, because there's other countries with other better regulations. And if you start over regulating crypto, people are just going to move their base, just like they do with taxes to offshore places. So, it's a bit of a thing, how's the United States going to get all of their tax money and everything. But that would really be terrible if you had to keep your money on an exchange. Like, it's just a rumor. I don't know. I don't know if that affected part of the dump price or how serious of a rumor it was. If you know, write in the comments. So that's all I wanted to say. I bought the dip. I think, we don't know. We could still dip more. We can go up. Nobody knows what the markets are going to do. But just buy coins that you believe in, that you know about. Don't just get the Ethereum. Like Ethereum is a good buy right now. Most people say you can get it for I think it's about 520. It dipped quite a bit. And most people value it at something like at least $1,000 for one. So in the coming weeks, the next little crazy bull market, which could happen any day, could happen tomorrow, could happen next week, next month. But it's a very respected project. It's used widely. Ethereum is the most used crypto, and it's seriously undervalued. Most people agree. So, in the crypto world, nobody was surprised at this all-time high going back up to within reach of 20,000. People are watching these things very closely, and it's not a lot of surprises. So get your ETH, don't get your ETH. Ethereum, this stuff is garbage. It went way down. The only reason it pumps is just because Bitcoin pumps all these new people come into the market and they're like, oh, Ethereum Classic, look, it's way cheaper. So let me know if you want to know how to put your stuff on a hardware wallet. I think I do have a link. I'm going to put the link. It's called Nano. There's two main ones that people use. One's called Nano. One's called Trezor. It's scary the first time you do it because you have these little devices and, you know, you're sending your money off into the universe and you can't see it. But always when you're sending your money and experimenting with something new, just do a little test one first. You don't want to like just send a big old chunk out there and then you forgot to check the address or all the things that we need to do when we're sending our crypto to other areas. So that's all I have to say today. We're going to figure out how to get our stuff off of the exchange. I think actually what would happen if this new law came into being, everyone would just like scurry and, you know, get a whole bunch of Bitcoin and get it off of the exchange, because it's definitely better to not have it on there. And you can send it anywhere in the world. Like you don't have to, you know, in America, you could still go to the ATM and get it unless they outlaw ATMs. You could still, before there was a lot of exchanges and before there was a lot of ATMs everywhere, they would call like P2P, you know, like people would actually, you know, sit in a park and sell their Bitcoin one to another. So you have your Bitcoin. It really is like cash in a way, except for that it's a little harder to hide because there's an electronic, you know, record. So other than that, you know, you do have it. You store it in your own wallet. Nobody can get it from you, you know. That's why, you know, it is an issue, because if you lose your password, you're really in trouble. So you do what you got to do to safeguard that and put it where it needs to be, in maybe several places and stuff like that. So these are the intricacies of crypto and Bitcoin. First, you have to buy it. Then you have to figure out how to send it somewhere else, how to store it, and how to make sure that you get the right ones. Yeah, if you're going to day trade, I mean, I've studied a lot of day trading and I've done a tiny bit. But the more you study, the more you realize most people aren't making money. Huge amounts of people are going to come on this YouTube, you know, these guys with the Lamborghinis in the back. Oh, yeah, I made this much today. They're just lying, you know. They just want to either feel good about themselves or they're getting a huge following. You know, they're getting, you know, lots of money, you know, from YouTube or whatnot. I don't know about lots, but I don't know why they do it, but it's definitely true. It's just human nature to exaggerate. You know, there's always a certain amount of people who are going to exaggerate, you know, what's really going on. But that suffice to say, lots of us, many people just made tons of money, like amazing in the past month or two. Like you're just sitting there watching your money. I think it basically doubled. So that was fun. Like imagine you have in the bank like $10,000 and then you look and it's $20,000. Like you're going to be very happy. Also, I'm going to talk about staking. Staking is awesome. I'm going to talk about Atomic Wallet. Staking is like the next thing we're at. If you watch all my other videos, you can more or less see, okay, this is Bitcoin, this is a blockchain. This is how you buy it, you know. And then we're going to store it and then we're going to stake it. And then staking it, you can really also increase your money quite a bit. So it's a very exciting world in crypto. You want to be ahead of the curve, and that way you're making the big profits. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's just that when you're an earlier adopter, like if you got in early on Amazon, Tesla, you just make tons of money. So that's what a lot of people have done. It's still early. People still do not know what Bitcoin is. People still don't understand at all even how to buy it. I have another video, get your free crypto. Look at my link. If you go on Coinbase, you can get free like $130, $40 worth of free crypto by watching these little videos. And then once you learn about it, they give you a little bit. So it's pretty amazing. I still get it, like probably every couple of months, you have more and more coins that are being offered for free, just so you can learn about them. And that's how it's expanding, you know, the market. That's how Coinbase is getting people to understand crypto, to get comfortable with it, to buy it, to understand the great things that it does. And it's awesome. So I bought the dip. I mean, if the dip goes lower, I'll buy more dip. You know, I do dollar cost averaging, so I have a little money, I get a little Bitcoin, and if it goes down, I'll buy some. I bought some now. I think it could bounce back up. I mean, I'm not an analyst, but that's what Ivan said. I listen to Ivan a lot. I mean, nobody knows, like it's just one of the possibilities. So there is a possibility that we're still in the middle of this huge bull market, but there was just a little dip. I think probably that's what happened. That's my feeling. Usually my feelings are right. Every once in a while they're wrong. But it's a little bit predictable. Everybody's scarfing it up. I think today, being Thanksgiving in the United States, so many people are like, look, your Bitcoin's down. Had it been like still in the bull run, probably everybody would be like euphoria and their family. Look at all this, money I made, and get family to get into it. Everybody's still in huge profits. Like still is way up from what it was, a month ago. So Bitcoin is amazing. It's an amazing technology. Bitcoin is the biggest computer network in the world. So it's a network of computers, a network of nodes. It's amazing. I got a comment yesterday about China. China's the mining, all the Bitcoin. Like later you can get into mining. Like what is mining? It's how a Bitcoin is made. And it's made by verifying the encrypted codes over space and time and different people who have this mining equipment. So a lot of it is in China, but once it gets mined, like Grayscale is buying it. Those are hedge fund companies. These are Wall Street people. PayPal, Square, all these people are buying it up. So maybe China is producing a lot because you need a certain amount of electricity to produce it. So yeah, China's producing a lot, but they're not keeping it. I mean, I don't know what percentage they have. From whatever I've read over time, I don't think it's even a huge percentage, especially considering how big of a country they are. Kind of foolishly, maybe they banned it. They do have other cryptos, and they have, I don't really understand everything how China works. They have exchanges. They're just like the United States. They're trying to like have it be the best advantage for them. The United States is a little bit more, we have a little bit more say, as just ordinary citizens. But in general, everybody's trying to get that money. Get that money. Smash the like, subscribe, watch other videos, and also get my crypto tracker. Give it to all of your crypto friends. If they have a bunch of cryptos on different exchanges, you can write it down, because you have all these apps on your phone. I have apps. I have stuff that's only on the desktop. You do forget where your stuff is after a while. I know so many people who call me. They're like, "Eve, I bought Bitcoin like 4 years ago. I don't know what I did with it. Help me find it." So it's very important to write down all of your passwords. You're going to write down where your crypto is and how much you have. That way you don't just forget about it, because a lot of these are going up. I got some Matic and some Zaquilla. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I got Zaquilla because you can get 21% if you stake it on Atomic Wallet. Like, that's a lot, 21% annual interest. And it really was going up too. It's one of those, both Matic and ZIL are two of the more DeFi coins, decentralized finance coins, that are respected and expected to get bigger and bigger, because this is only getting bigger and bigger. Like, if you're on my channel, you're probably new, you're just learning. So imagine this, imagine in 2 months, you know how to stake your money and make it grow. And there's no way to do that with a regular bank. So you can't. The banks don't even give any interest at all. So it's really the best game in town. You want to get money, you want to grow money, and you want to get your money to grow more. Most people don't understand it. That's why most people are like, it's a bubble, it's a scam. It's because it does take a minute to get around it, and most people are afraid when they don't know stuff, and they think it's too hard, or they don't want to be embarrassed, or they just don't feel like spending the time. They just rather watch like some TV series or whatever. But no, let's watch this. I listen to, an hour at least of crypto information every day, because I want to know, these are ways we can change our own life. We can change our world too, you know? So it's very fun, very exciting, way more better than just like laying in bed watching Netflix. This is boring, you know? So we're going to learn this stuff, and then we're going to be the ones who first know how to get which coins to get, then know how to stake it. I mean, basically, you just get Atomic Wallet. My friend Nettie, who first taught me about crypto, told me about it. I generally trust his information. I have not studied it myself or asked around, so it might not be good. He's a huge fan of BAT, the Brave browser. That particular one is good. It's a great service, but it doesn't really pump like price-wise. So you get this Atomic Wallet. It's a decentralized exchange, so nobody owns this. It's just like, I think this is true. It's not like Coinbase. You don't have to put your name in there, nothing. You just get your thing, your password, and then I'm gonna log into it for you because it is pretty awesome. I like staking. Like I staked some on crypto.com, but don't stake like a lower coin. Because, well, if you were around then, like last summer, all of the DeFi coins were pumping and then they fell a lot. So I did a staking of a coin that went down, and I'm the kind of person, like sometimes if I don't do well in a coin, I just want to get rid of it because I don't want to see it in my wallet anymore. It's like, just want it to go away. But that was like 3-month-long staking that I did. I locked it in for 3 months. So there's all different kind of staking. So I did that on crypto.com, and I had to lock in like $500 something, 250 Elron. And yeah, I was mad. I mean, I don't know if I lost money or not. I have to contact them because they seem to have disappeared a little bit. So, but this thing is like pretty cool. So it just has all the things, you know, all the different wallets. And so there's this thing, one little tab on the bottom just called staking. And these are the ones that you can stake. And that's the price for it. So there's like Zilliqa, 20%. Atom, which is also Atom, called Cosmos Atom, is also, it's a very reputable DeFi coin. I would buy, I used to have somebody sold it. Tron, only got 5%, but Tron really pumped a lot this week. It's also doing really well. It's expected to do well. Band, I have tons of Band, but I have it on my ledger. This exchange, I like just having it sitting in my wallet. Like, but for 17% annually, that's like good money, right? I've never really been into money before. That's why I'm the Bitcoin kindergarten. Like, I'm the one who's not into money, but I have managed to do this. So if I can do it, you can do it. Where do you think the next move will be? Where do I think the next move will be with Bitcoin? I think it's going up. That's my feeling, is that it's still going up and that this was just a little sell-off. So the all-time high is 20,000 that happened like 3 years ago. So I'm going to get back to my wallets in a second. So excited to get a question. So it almost got up to 20,000, and a lot of people took profits, including myself. Like, I'm a small person, but some big people take profits. So I think they're going to go up again. I think what happens is, you know, you take the profits and then you buy it back. I mean, I actually sold some, and then I was like, oh, look how far down it is. I'm going to buy some. Because I didn't know it was going to fall. I just knew it might. So I actually think it's going to go back up, and then probably when it hits like 2021, it might come down again. Like, my feeling is that it's going to be like a lot of volatility, you know, because the prices are near that all-time high. So everybody's like, oh, the bubble, you know, bubbles happen, of course. And then people are going to take profits. And then I feel like it's going to be volatile. But here's the thing with crypto, it's going, I've always understood this from the beginning. That's why once I got my first Bitcoin, I completely started getting into it, because it's not like any other stocks. Like, it's just growing, and it is a new technology. Well, it's 12 years old now, and it's growing by adoption every day. Like, I mean, a year ago, really almost nobody even knew what Bitcoin was, and now everybody knows what it is. They don't understand it yet, most people, but at least they're aware. You know, I watch these shows every day, like, you know, the Altcoin Daily, the Bitcoin News. So you can find out every day, okay, this is crypto is on, you know, the news and the Forbes, all these big magazines, all these big people are buying. And, you know, now PayPal is saying that not only are they selling cryptocurrency, but in the near future, they're going to be making it so you can, you know, transfer crypto. So you can get payments in crypto, which is amazing, like right on your PayPal. That's awesome. So what do you think absorbing the current dip is the best? So you think absorbing the current dip is the best course of action? For me, I don't do day trading and I'm a holder. So I just sold my Bitcoin when it was at the all-time high because it's super high. Take a little bit of money out because that way you make sure you pay some bills and then it dips and then you start buying again. Like that's what I do and that's what I did. And yeah, I mean, yeah, well, yeah, you can't sell. You can't sell now. Like selling now would be very foolish because it's not going to keep going down. And if it did keep going down, it's eventually going to go back up. So in the crypto, sometimes you have to just hold on to it, you know. Sometimes it could be several months. Like there's been times, you know, in the bear market where we're just sitting around like not, you know, at a loss. I mean, I almost never was at a loss because I always see, okay, it's 3,000, I bought a ton. I agree the volume institutional investment is a very positive sign. Yeah, so what I was saying is PayPal now, so they're going to do crypto transactions, which is mind-blowing, basically. Because now you can buy on Square, on Cash App, you can buy Bitcoin, which is great. And you can send it right away. Like you could buy a Cash App, Bitcoin, you could send it right to your ledger, you could send it to your Atomic wallet, switch it for some Zil, get 21% staking. That's what I did. Because I now it's like my new thing, it's just staking. Yeah, these are good ones too. Like Neo, that's a good one. Band, that's a very good one. Everybody likes VeChain. I own VeChain. Luckily, I sold half of it when it was really high, so I made good money on it. But it's a little like, it can be a little sluggish as far as price goes. And you know, don't really understand. The people that I follow don't really talk too much about VeChain. Like it's a great concept, and that's why I bought it. But I don't know. Like sometimes you need to know the inner workings of the project. Who's running is how does it really work? How's the payment really going to happen? You know. So so here's what you can do. I mean, Google, I need to Google it. I have not Googled it. I just, Nettie told me. I trust Nettie. He's a brilliant guy who has also understand, like, he like 3 years ago could understand, like in the future, everything's going to be automated, the Internet of Things, and you can buy, you know, he's very advanced. I should get him on the show. He speaks Spanish. One day we'll have a Spanish show. So he's bought a lot of property down there in Mexico and stuff with crypto. You know, and he's like, I came to this country, and then he's an amazing guy, amazing hard worker, but he didn't have social security number, so he started getting into crypto. So this is pretty cool. So staking, so like, Ecstasy, yeah, AWC. That's like their Atomic Wallet coin. So that coin can go really high if all of a sudden everybody starts using Atomic Wallet, which is very possible. I haven't looked into it. And I haven't seen what Ivan thinks. Like Ivan's kind of a guru, so I don't know. I'm sure he's talked about it, but I just never, you know, he talks about so much stuff. I didn't get it all. Yeah, so 20%, it was 21%. So all you do, this is how easy it is, seriously. You just hit staking. Okay, let's see, wallet. Let's say, well, I already have my Zil staking, but all you do is you hit, like, say this Matic thing. I can't, you can send and receive it. See, I don't have too much. US government's just a little bit. Like, I like to do that. I'll buy $10 sometimes worth of something, because you know that $10 can turn into a lot. So yeah, like 100, which I like to have like 100 of a whole bunch of little ones because they can go really high. Staking, especially the SMATICs, very positioned very well right now. Let's see, Zill. Yeah, you just hit staking, and then you hit like your wallet. I already staked, so I did the staking. This one, you only have to stake for 10 days. I think some of them you can stake even less. I did not feel comfortable with staking for 3 months with Crypto.com. You know, unfortunately, it coincided with the DeFi market crashing. So that was really, and I just, but I just, sometimes I'll do stuff like this just to practice and see how to do it. So now I'm practicing with like, I don't even know how much that's worth anymore. It was 9,513 Zill. I think it's like, I don't know, 100 or 200 or something. So practice staking. So it's great. There's a lot of staking now. Staking's going on in a lot of different places. I'm not a huge expert, but as I learn, I will let you know. All right, yeah, BSV. No, that's like not Bitcoin. It'll say like Bitcoin. I remember the name. Yeah, Bitcoin SV. That's not Bitcoin, so don't buy it. It says like, I think it's $164 for one. It's not a cheap Bitcoin. Like, look at this, right? So you can just use your own kind of like common sense. Like, look at that chart. That's like the whole lifespan of Bitcoin SV. And you can see like right at here, it went way up. So that was like the 2017, that was a bull run when everything went up. But look how like far down it is. It's just like flatlined. So you don't want to make the mistake of buying this because it's not any kind of great asset, which you can just see from looking at this chart. You don't have to know all the technical stuff. Sometimes you could just look at the chart. That's what I do. And I didn't know if I was doing it right or not because, nobody says that when you get on YouTube or you start learning. People are very highly technical and they say all kinds of stuff. But, there's just the basic common sense. So look at this. Remember the other one? This is Bitcoin. See how it started low, low, low. It had a huge dump. Huge pump, all-time high. But see there, and now it's like going again to the high. It's not just like staying low. This is 12 years worth of chart. So that's what I used to do a lot when I was first buying, is just keep going back, looking at the chart. And you can see like, I just made this up, so, I'm sure somebody somewhere does, but look at this. This is the month-long chart. So it's going up, up, up. I did study Turtle Trader. I did study trend trading. So the trend is clearly up. Like, if it starts getting down, down, down for a while, then the trend would be down. This is 1 year of Bitcoin. Look how amazing it is. See that big dip? That's the stock market crash. And then when it hit that, we just bought, it hit 5,700. And that's what we do. Like, look at the, I don't like to, when you see one, unless you really have very high knowledge that it's a very good project, like, don't, get these. Look at Zill. This is, wow. Yeah, 24 hours. Look how much it went up. I just bought it and then went crazy up. It is down because every single thing is down right now. So this is 1 year. See, it's going up, 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 up. There's a lot of them. I'm going to show you this. So this is the all-time. So it started higher than it is. Sometimes when they have the initial offering, like the coin comes out, it's at like sells. It started off at like, I don't know, 9.9 point. I don't know what it started off as. I know it was like $2 or $5 or something. So it just wasn't the right price. So it did just really far down. But this is several years, So it started off like, hey, I'm the best thing ever. And people are like, okay, let's buy it. Look at this amazing new thing. And then, things happen, things go wrong. Markets, emotions, all that stuff. So then it goes back down. But now, everybody in crypto world, I just follow what other people say about these kind of projects. It's a quality project. It's staking. Look on the Atomic Wallet. It's the #1 staking coin, which last week they were giving 21% for. So staking means like you put your coin in a pool and then it can be used. When it reaches all-time high, is that not a double top? I don't know. I don't know about trading. I don't think it's a double top because it's a 3-year span. I studied some trading and then I decided not to do it. I might do Forex trading because I have a friend who hasn't lost a trade in several years and he has a method. So I'm going to do that. It's not making tons of money, but I'm going to do maybe Forex trading with only his strategy. Like once you start getting into trading, I mean, it's great if you're really good at math, you really want to dedicate yourself to this, but I don't know anything about double tops. I just know that it was the all-time high, and it's been all these years that we've been waiting around like, okay, when is that going to happen again? So it was December 2017. So 2018, maybe January. It got there just for a minute, and then it came back down. It was a huge bubble. This time, the Bitcoin is not so bubbly. It's like a little bit more steady up. So it's good. It's actually good when we have these corrections. Like say it was going up to 1900 and 19,500, and then it went all the way back briefly to 16,200. Oh, look, 3333. That's my portfolio balance. That's pretty cool. So I don't have that much here. I got, I just have the free stuff. I was telling you guys to get the free stuff. This is my Coinbase wallet. Look, 1 new reward, Zcash. Like they keep sending me new stuff. Like they know that I'm into staking and stuff. So now they're sending me a lot more offers too. They gave me like $13 the other day, staking money. And even some Ethereum, which was nice. Let me just show you Bitcoin. Let's go to our Bitcoin wallet. So when you go on Coinbase, all of your money is here. It's like a bank, only once you figure it out, it's so much easier than even your bank. Your bank, you can never figure out how much interest you're paying, any of that. As you can see, here's 1 month Bitcoin doing very well. Even with a dip, it's still like crazy a lot. So they asked this question about the double top. You can't really see it that good because the second top is way over here in the corner. But that one went up real fast, and then it just came down pretty fast too. So I was smart then too, right? When it was up high, I was like, I think I'm going to pay some bills. So I took out quite a bit and paid bills, and then it just crashed. So, when you think, here's another good thing on Coinbase. I like this about Coinbase. People are always trashing Coinbase, but look what it has. It has the activity. See the green number? I don't know if it's backwards, but it says how many people are buying and how many people are selling. So actually, one reason I sold too is because it started to be like 55% buying, 55% selling. And only a few days before, it was like 65% buying and only the rest selling. So you can see like people stopped buying, people started selling more. And so I was like, well, I'm going to sell too. So that's great. You can see they tell you what the all-time high is. I like Coinbase. So simple. Has a great interface. Circulating supply 18.6 million, volume 61 million, market cap 317.4 billion. Frankly, I don't know what that stuff is. I mean, I know it is, but I don't really know. Typical hold time 92 days. That's the average time. And popularity on Coinbase, #1. It's always #1 on every exchange. So I like that little thing too. And then they'll have a little news, stuff like that. So, all right. I just lost, no, I'm up 15 cents from last time. 33.42. Anyway, Chainlink, So even if you can only buy certain coins on Coinbase, you can follow tons of them. I mean, most of them, many. So, you know what I like to do too, look at the top gainers. There's hardly any gainers. Oh, look, my Aave. I have a lot of Aave. Well, I had a little bit, then it turned into a lot. And you can see the top losers. So sometimes when you see like, yeah, so everything's, you know, falling. It's a lot of losers. So sometimes when you see top gainers, like recently, you know, there could be one, oh, it's this huge gain. Oh my God, it looks 25%. I'm going to buy some. But that might be just because it fell so much the week before and people thought, oh, look, it's a great buy. Let's buy some, you know. So, you know, everything isn't all cut and dry when you see a number, you know, like, oh, look, you know, it's up. You know, 25%. Yeah, I don't know why people were buying that Stellan stuff. I don't know where it is now, but I mean, I own that stuff and I just watch it sit there like doing nothing for years. And it only peaks like when the Bitcoin peaks because it's in the top, you know, and also it's on Coinbase, you know, which is like where the main stuff is. Oh, but so look, you can actually you can follow all these other ones. So I like Coinbase. So much, like when you go on Binance or any of the other exchanges, it's way more confusing and hard to see, but even CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, you can look at those so you can check your prices of other coins that you might be interested in. This is my list. And, you know, it's just so easy to see. And they have a little chart. You can see they go up, they're going down. So that's all I'm going to say today. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the likes. Thanks for your questions. Invite all your friends. You can ask me any question like, what's the address of Coinbase? You know, Coinbase.com. Or because I remember when I first did it, you can actually make money too by sending your friends. You can earn $10. That's what I do. If you hit my link, if you're not on Coinbase, if you hit my link and you get $100 worth of crypto, which I'm sure you will, once you get into it, you get kind of hooked. Then I get $10. That's why I have that link. I'm not making a huge amount of money talking about Coinbase. Coinbase is not, you know, it's just that nobody gives Coinbase any love. You're like, oh, buying so much better, trading pairs, this and that. Yeah, well, yeah, if you're like a trader, a day trader, whatever, yes, do that. A lot of people also are into Coinbase Pro, which even though it's called Pro, it's free. And you know what? I don't know why I don't like Coinbase Pro. I guess because it always makes me sign in. I don't know, stuff like that, you know. Sometimes it's just like, I have some stuff on there. And it's less, so we're gonna do high volume. It is that the prices are way better. The fees. I just don't really care about the fees. If you buy $100, it's like $2. Because I know it's going up so much. Like it's really negligible for me. But if you're buying, you know, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, yeah, of course. Go to the exchanges with better prices. So this is what I heard. So Cash App also sells Bitcoin and their fees are very low, but their margin of what the price they sell it at is not as good. So I learned that recently. So when you're just in the crypto world, you watch me, you watch other people, you learn all these little tidbits and you start putting your information together. Yeah, and then your phone just becomes I never even used to add. So that's the cool thing about crypto too, is that all these numbers, they're like 0.002. Like in the very beginning, it's just confusing, you know, we're not used to dealing in numbers like that, but you get used to it and you get comfortable with it, and it's actually kind of fun. It actually expands your brain, makes you smarter, and all that. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Have a great night. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing with my friends. And don't forget that crypto. I don't think that many people here would get a crypto ledger. You got to have at least 10 coins or more. Yeah. But if you should get 10. I mean, I would. Even like, you know what's a good that I used to do, which I like? See, I think it's fun. The way I learn is just by doing. I'm a learn by doer. And I think most people learn like that, like babies, you know? You just get the different exchanges, get some coins on that. I'm not so into it that I'm knowing what all of these people do. I don't really know. Here's my Binance, which is great, but I'm not going to show you mine. It's just different. You can do futures. I was studying doing, what do you call that? That futures thing. Forgot the name. Brain freeze. I was studying doing that. Yeah, it's futures. Because you can make tons of money in that. And at the time when I started, I didn't have any money, and I was like really needed it bad. You know, so I was into doing this very high risk stuff, like high risk, high reward. But I think buying crypto is like high risk enough. And to go even higher risk, you have to understand more stuff. And you know, I did some futures. The word starts with a P. I can't remember it. A couple of times in the stock market also, and crypto, and it didn't work for me. And so I just decided, you know, I don't feel like spending the time on that. My game plan is work really hard to get more money to buy more crypto. Hold on to the crypto, and then, you know, take profits when I get a lot of profit, so that, you know, just not every single penny is in there. You got to pay your bills, this, that, and the other. And but now there's so many credit cards, P2P trading, liquid swap pool. I don't get into that, but you can. Lots of people do. But just be forewarned. I mean, a lot of people get on Twitter. Some of these people are very young. They don't really know what they're doing. And they're very enthusiastic, and they're very cocky, and they act like they know what they're doing. And you can really lose a lot of money that way following them. So if you are going to get into stuff, you know, get some of your basic books, follow some of your basic people, follow people who've been around a long time, you know, learn all the basics of trading, and then you can do it. I've even taken like expensive trading classes, but basically it's like the one guy up there, like that's his favorite trade. You know, and we don't know how long it took him to get good at that trade. It could have taken him several years. Personally, I don't have several years of losing money in me. I just don't want to lose my money. I don't like it. So I like to just stick with the kind of tried and true. And these projects are only getting bigger. They're amazing. We'll get into some more stuff as I go along, but I like to keep it simple. All right, have an amazing day. And you can call me. I do for $4 a minute. I will talk to anyone, even people in business. I have an LLC, Grand Prismatica. You can, you know, a lot of people are in business and they don't know what, you know, how it can affect their business, the future of their business. That's not really like the subjects that we're working on here. But they can ask questions like, oh, I don't even know what crypto is. Like most of these people in finance are like, I don't even know what a blockchain is, you know? So I'm that person that you can call and be like, what's a blockchain? And then, you know, what is DeFi and what are they doing? And I am not a huge, you know, expert whiz, but I know who is. So what I don't know, I tell you who does know. So I'm not going to give you a bunch of stupid information just so I can feel like real smart. It's not part of my identity. I don't care. I just want to make money, help people, and make the world a better place. Ciao.